everybody, I'm Miss Karen at Adams Memorial Library. Welcome to the library's Mr. Rogers Birthday Party in a Box program. Now, as many of you probably already know, Mr. Rogers was born in Latrobe, and his birthday is on March 20th, and celebrating his birthday it's like the library's favorite holiday of the year. Except last year we had everything planned and then we had to cancel our celebration because that's when the library shut down and everything shut down. But this year, we figured out a way that we could celebrate with you remotely by putting the party in a box. So if you haven't picked up a box yet, you can come to the library and get one. The boxes are full of party supplies with ideas from different PBS Kids Friends on different shows. And you can use it to celebrate Mr. Rogers' birthday, or your birthday, or somebody else's birthday. You can use the box however you want. But you can come and get it if you haven't already by coming into the library and asking for one, or picking it up through curbside service. And like I said, we're going to use it to celebrate Mr. Rogers' birthday, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what's inside. The idea for the party box actually came from this Molly of Denali story called Party Moose. And you can see Molly's got her box right there. She made hers for her friend Nina, who is a nature journalist working in a different part of Alaska filming caribou. So when it's Nina's birthday, Molly and Molly's mother, who's a pilot, are going to fly to her, bring some supplies, and bring the party to Nina. So at the end, Molly has some tips for what to do with your party box. And one thing she says is you can decorate it. So it's just a plain box. I didn't really decorate this one other than putting the birthday sign on. So when you get yours, you can decorate however you would like. Molly put a cake on hers and some balloons, and that will work because in the box, we'll have a couple of balloons for you that you can blow up and use for decorations. And we'll have a couple of these things that do that for a party favor. And we'll also put in some cardstock. So you can make a card and give it to somebody. You can give it to them as a birthday card or just a thinking of you card. You could put it whatever you would like on it and then send it to somebody or give it to somebody to show that you care. Now, one thing that Molly does put in her box that we did not is confetti. Molly really loves confetti and she puts a lot of confetti in her box and then throws it around at the party. So if you like confetti, you can feel free to do that and add some of your own. But we do have some other decorating ideas for you. Daniel Tiger has some decorating ideas, and one of the things that Daniel has is a trolley that you can decorate. So I did this one. You color it, then you cut it out and you fold it, and that's what it turns out like. And I thought a trolley would be a good decoration for Mr. Rogers' birthday party. Daniel also has these pennants. I started coloring. I colored one. I didn't finish coloring the other one yet, but you can hang those on a string and use those for party decorations. Or you can make a paper chain. And this one, you can make rings out of paper and then add these ones with Daniel and his friends. And these ones you can write your friends' names or your relatives' names, any loved ones. And you can hang it up for the party and then you can keep it up afterwards if you would like. And it will remind you of all the people that you love. Something else that you might want to decorate with would be a peg plus cat shaped chandelier, or as Mr. Alex calls it, a chapelier. Now, Mr. Alex made this one, and he wasn't able to film, but he gave me some tips after making his that he wanted me to share with you. So in your boxes will be the instructions for making the shaped chandelier and the pictures of peg plus cat plus the shapes. And like the trolley that I showed you before, you cut this out and you fold it up and then it will make these cubes or those pyramids. So what Mr. Alex said was this could possibly need an adult to help, but it would definitely need another person. Another person would make it much easier. When he did his, he didn't have another person, so he had to hang it from his desk and work that way. But if you have somebody to hold it and somebody else to tie, that will help. And he said the most important thing to remember is when you're tying these strings, when you're tying the shapes on, make sure you get them exactly the same length. Because otherwise, if one's longer than the other, then it doesn't hang the right way. It's a little crooked, and so it doesn't balance very well. So he said that he used the glue stick to put the shapes together, and then regular glue to hang peg and cat and the shapes from the strings. And he did say if you run into any problems, you can call him or email at kids@adamslib.org, or just come into the library and ask, and he would be happy to help. But once you finish your shaped chandelier, you will have another lovely decoration for your party or anytime. So now we have come to my favorite part of any party, the cake. There is a recipe for chocolate mug cake from Ruff and Blossom from the Ruff Ruffman Show in your box. And it's set up like an experiment so you can predict what you think will happen when you make this in the microwave. And I have performed this experiment many, many times so I can explain it to you, and also because I really like cake. So when I made this cake, I put it in a big mug. Not a little dainty teacup because it's going to expand when you bake it. So I put it in this big mug that I usually use for soup. Now it says it's one serving, but I really love cake, and I still got 2 or 3 servings at least out of a mug this size. So then one of the experiments I did was to wonder what would happen if instead of mixing the batter right in the mug, I mixed it in a big measuring cup and then poured it into 2 smaller mugs. So that's what I did for this cake. And it worked. So you can put it in 1 big mug or 2 smaller mugs, and it takes about the same time in the microwave. Now you might have to check. That's an experiment for you. You might have to check to see how long it takes for your personal microwave. The recipe says 3 minutes. That was a little bit long in my microwave. I usually use 2.5 because when I put it in for 3, I still ate it, but the chocolate did get a little burny, a little well done. So you can test it. So if you smell the chocolate burning, that might be the time to stop the microwave. But I've also done other experiments with deciding what I wanted to add into the chocolate cake. For this one, I put some peppermint extract and put pieces of peppermint candy on it. And I've done a spoonful of jam, mixed that into the batter, see what it would taste like. I put some raspberry jam in, and I thought it was very yummy. So if you make the recipe, you can tell me what you did, and I would be happy to tell you what I did, and we can exchange recipes, and we can enjoy cake. I also like to put powdered sugar on and sprinkles, lots of sprinkles. So whatever you do when you make your cake, I hope you will enjoy it. Music is a very important part of any party. So we're giving you the materials you need to make your own Chinese rattle drum from Let's Go Luna. So this one, made out of these plastic plates that will be in your box. The instructions that are in your box say to staple the plates together. That didn't really work for me very well with these plastic ones. If you use paper plates, it would work a lot better. So I just put tape all around mine. And I found when I was making it that I didn't want the strings to be too long that my bells were on, because when I shook it, I didn't want it to hit me in the hand or the face. So I put mine on strings that are fairly short. And you can see I'm kind of holding it. We'll put a pencil in for you to use as a handle, but I'm still holding mine because I don't want it to come off the pencil. So you can ring it like this, you can shake it like a rattle, or you can shake it back and forth like this. Turn on some music, dance around the room, and use your drum. There's a couple more Luna things in your box also, such as a party hat, like this. Well, or if your head's too big, like mine, you might have to make it, I think mine's gonna have to be like a Luna tiara or something, because the whole thing doesn't fit around my head. But you could still decorate with that, decorate yourself. You could decorate a water bottle with these, or you could put it on something else, such as a treat bag. It's always fun to get treats at a party. So we do have a couple of treats in the bag for you too. Some stickers, maybe a PBS pin, or a picture of a special friend. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't picked up your box yet, be sure to come to the library to get one. We'll have them as long as supplies last. And we're also going to be doing a Zoom call on Saturday, March 20th, Mr. Rogers' birthday. We'll watch a few clips about parties from different PBS Kids shows, and then we will sing Happy Birthday to Mr. Rogers. Might sound a little funny on Zoom, but it should be fun. So if you would like to join us for that, please do. And if you have any questions about anything, you can call the library or you can email us at kids@adamslive.org or just stop by and ask Mr. Alex or me. And we would like to thank WQED and Clearview Federal Credit Union for letting us share this party with you. And as always, thank you to Mr. Rogers for being our special neighbor. And if you pass him on his bench in Latrobe, make sure you wish him a happy birthday. Thank you very much for joining us, friends. We'll see you later. Thank you very much. Bye.